This one's for couples. 13 embarrassing questions. Who overthinks everything? Who showers less? Who is always eating? Who has a nicer butt? Who is more possessive? Who drools more? Who is a better driver? Who curses more? Who always sleeps in? Who is always on their phone? Who has a worse singing voice? Who takes the most selfies? Who is the lawbreaker?
Hey, without a hand, get done 25, no taking no time.
Welcome to Shadow Twist True Crime Stories, where we explore the darkest corners of human nature. If this is your first time coming across our channel, kindly subscribe now to stay informed on our latest stories on real-world crimes. Don't forget to let us know where you're watching from in the comments, and don't hesitate to share your thoughts. Your input matters. This is the story of Dishaye Stevenson, a kind, vivacious, and driven woman who built a thriving life from the ground up, only to fall for a man who would ultimately destroy it. A covert narcissist who took her love, her trust, and finally, her life. Our story takes us to Dallas, Texas, a sprawling metropolis known for its glittering skyline, the Reunion Tower, world-class museums, vibrant sports culture, and culinary hotspots. But in the shadows of this bustling city, a tragedy was about to unfold. Dishaye grew up in a small, close-knit family right here in Dallas. Her mother instilled in her the values of hard work, self-sufficiency, and resilience from a young age. After graduating from Atlanta High School, Dishaye wasted no time chasing her dreams. She started her own business, moving between ventures before settling into retail clothing and accessories, where she found both profit and passion. At first, she sold pieces out of her apartment, but as word spread and demand grew, so did her ambition. She expanded her merchandise to include men's apparel, handbags, eyelashes, and more, eventually opening her own storefront. In May 2022, she upgraded again, moving into a larger space to keep up with her growing clientele. With her sister Jasmine by her side, Dishaye thrived. She even completed a tax course in 2021, partnering with Unlimited Taxes and more to further expand her business footprint. She was strategic, stylish, and always thinking ahead. On social media, she modeled her own clothing, turning every outfit into a marketing opportunity. Everything she wore, she sold. And the truth is, she was only getting started. She was also a devoted mother to her 17-year-old daughter Maya and a loving caregiver to her mom, who had suffered a stroke and was partially paralyzed. Dishaye's heart was as generous as her ambition. She gave freely to the people she loved most. But sometimes, loving the wrong person can be deadly. That person was Michael Smith, known by some as Miracle Mike. Dishaye fell for him hard, looking forward to a future together. But in 2016, Michael's life took a dark turn. He was arrested, convicted, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Most people would have walked away. Dishaye didn't. She stood by him, visiting regularly and keeping the flame alive while he served his time. And when his release date finally came, May 17th, 2021, she was the one waiting outside the prison gates to take him home. She had no idea. She had just welcomed the devil into her life.
Ain't no so heavy, I ain't even crying anything. This I ain't even made even no crime. But you can just you drive us around, I know what you did. Come out. I got a long way down to my right. We're being mine today.
Hey.
We got 8 hours.
I can't even.
Baby, you got my ID. That's.
Hey. Me too.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
I can't hear you. I will. Okay.
What she say, Mike?
She said have a good trip.
We gonna try to have a good trip. It's a long way back. What's up, cousin? Yeah, I got him. I got him. Yep. Yes. Oh, I'm finna fly back home.
Not right here.
Cause my finna eat steaks and shit. You gonna have to pull up today. It's a whole bunch of drunk shit going on at the house. I'm finna take him to see his mama first stop when I get to Dallas. Huh?
You girl on like a drone.
Right. Huh, cousin? Yeah. You know nigga finna be in that bag and he ain't in nothing else. Cause he ain't worrying about nothing. He learned his lesson. He good now. He is. I got my face, my makeup done and stuff. Just to go pick him up. Let me get off. I pick it out live because I don't know if he fantasized about my beauty with my makeup or he just want me to get out live, y'all. But I'm figuring to get up out live. Yeah, I had to go live. I had to go live for you. We had a nice room and everything.
Just days later, on May 24th, 2021, they stood before a courthouse judge and exchanged vows. Over a year later, on September 11th, 2022, they celebrated with a full wedding ceremony, a day Dishaye paid for entirely out of her own pocket.
What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? I pledge my life, Dishaye unto you. Dishaye unto you. In the name of the God Father. Of the God Father. And the Son Jesus Christ. And the Son Jesus Christ. The power of the Holy Ghost. The power of the Holy Ghost. Hallelujah.
Dishaye was deeply in love, utterly captivated by Michael, the kind of devotion that made her believe their bond was unshakable. In her eyes, Michael was a blessing, a handsome gift from God she cherished beyond measure. She once wrote to him, "I love you like I've never loved anyone before. You've brought me experiences I never imagined life would give me, and every day I look forward to forever with you. No relationship is perfect, but you are perfect to me and for me. Your love makes me want to love you better, and your way of thinking inspires me to grow. You are my everything. Thank you for making me your wife. I truly am the luckiest woman in the world. Happy birthday, my love." She even dreamed of having his children and renewing their vows in 5 years, a testament to how deeply she believed in their future together.
But I picked him up. Give me something I bought it for a hammer. It'll fix it with a nigga trying to wash it. Yeah, since I hear it, so I had to send him back a reason.
Michael's early life was marked by hardship and instability. He never had a stable or secure home, and from a young age, he was forced to fend for himself. As he once put it, "I've been taking care of myself since I was 11 years old." He spoke bitterly of his father, saying, "My daddy always hated me." We can only imagine the struggles he faced, navigating the streets, hustling to survive, and enduring an environment that offered little safety or love. Those years shaped him, for better or worse, molding him into a man with a hardened exterior and, some would later say, the traits of a covert narcissist. For Dishaye, however, Michael was everything. Her life seemed to orbit entirely around him, every decision, every plan, and every dream tied to his presence.
Don't say nothing to me, period. I thought somebody said something that be wearing that beauty supply hat. Girl, for real!
Dishaye believed in Michael wholeheartedly. She wove him into every part of her life, even bringing him along on her mother-daughter outings. She did everything she could for her husband, who seemed perfectly comfortable depending on her. Determined to build a better life, Dishaye worked hard to get herself a home, what she called getting her daughter out of the hood. She closed on it just weeks before Michael was set to be released from prison, making sure everything was ready so he could come home to comfort and stability.
Because I got to let y'all know when the barbecue, because y'all know I love to cook and I love family gatherings. So it's lit. It's lit. Me and my room right here. My little girl room will be over there and it's another room. No, that's going to make up that to be knit room. Yes, jacuzzi tub for me and my nigga. Period. His and her sink. Period. Y'all just don't know how happy I am right now. Like, oh my God. Like, y'all, this shit can't be real. Like, open that up, Big Mook. Because you know we lighting the fireplace. Yes. Thank everybody so much. Some of y'all is really actually true. Everybody really, some of y'all really actually true happy for me. Some people not, but yeah, sis, I can't wait till you come over. You know we having a housewarming and stuff. I'm so excited. Look at my brother, y'all. It's the kitchen for me because I love cooking. My dining room area. Can't wait till I furnish my everything new. Not just past, but new everything. I'm so excited. Y'all just don't know, right, brother? We finna load up groceries in here. Talk. Let me let the garage down. Y'all see that Challenger parked out there, you know, in my driveway. 2-car garage. Leave me alone. Yes. Look at me, look what I'm trying to show half of the house. You already know, sis. Room on deck. Stop playing. Stop playing, you know, on deck, sis.
Dishaye involved Michael in nearly everything she did. She even took him to visit his own parents soon after his release. On May 17, 2021, she picked him up from prison, not just to bring him home, but to start a new life together. Within a week, by May 24th, they were married at the courthouse. Dishaye covered every expense right down to the rings. Over a year later, on September 11, 2022, she hosted what Michael himself described as a luxury wedding. Again, she paid for it all, the venue, the clothes, the shoes. From the moment he came home, Dishaye clothed him, fed him, housed him, wined and dined him, took him on vacations and showered him with affection. Michael wanted more than her love. He wanted her attention to be constant. He wanted her to broadcast him on her social media, to present him as the perfect husband, so others would admire and respect him. From the outside, without looking too closely, they seemed like the ideal couple. In private, Michael coached her on how to act, and she played the role flawlessly. He even convinced her sister and other family members that he was a devoted husband, always acting charming and considerate in their presence.
Like, I done been around him. He never gave me them kind of signs that he would do that to my sister. Like, he never did.
He caught us off guard because he was so quiet. He was so laid back. Like, he was sweet in front of us, but behind closed doors, I just feel like he was a monster.
By constantly being all over him, Smiling, hugging him at times, and telling him how much she loved him, she unknowingly fed into the image he wanted the world to see. She showcased him on her social media because it mattered to him that people viewed him as a good man, worthy of admiration. But behind closed doors, he never truly listened to her needs. He knew he was hurting her deeply and still expected her to endure his abuse. During the Facebook Live, it was clear he wasn't thinking about her as a person, not even for a minute. It was always about what he wanted, when he wanted it. She had to stop him, but he was so wrapped up in himself that he seemed completely unaware of anyone else's feelings. Even when he was in prison, she continued to praise him publicly on social media, showing unwavering loyalty and reassuring him that he was her lifetime partner. On Valentine's Day, she declared him the world's greatest husband and the best man any woman could ask for. For his birthday, she took him on a vacation to Jamaica, showering him with affection, and even gifted him $10,000 in cash.
Yeah, but I ordered this Bible from Amazon, but in reality, it's like a lock safe box. He don't know that what's in there. So y'all had to know I couldn't put the whole 10,000 in there, plus the ring, so I don't know how much thousands I got in there with the ring. But I have the rest of the thousands in my purse. So here come Easy. He don't know. And his last birthday present is gonna be on the 7th of April the 7th, which is his last birthday present. I'm be so excited. So, me's about to come. I'm about to give him $10,000 in cash. And I bought him this new ring with it's inside this Bible. I took his phone, y'all, because he tried to get on Facebook a while ago. I ain't want him to be looking at my shit. We in Jamaica, y'all, with the vibes. Literally. 8 bread picks. Now, Me's don't know what Happy birthday. Happy birthday, huh? You should have stayed over there, shit. Yes, brother. That's right, B. Thank you, my video. Yes, y'all. I think I got good service. Happy birthday, baby. Here you go. I got you a Bible for your birthday, baby. You gotta keep God first, baby. Read John 3:16. Open the Bible. A new ring, baby, and I got you 10,000, but I couldn't put 10,000 in there. Show everybody about your ring. Ooh, look at you. Yes. Let me see baby. Ooh, look at my. Look at my. Yeah. So I want to give you 10 in cash. I don't know what you're gonna do. You can do whatever you want to. 2,000. I don't know. Yeah, baby. And I got it in there too. The rest of it in there. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome, baby. Look. You're not act. My husband with new ice on his hand. Don't play with his wife. Don't play with my nigga. Those real diamonds. Tell them, baby, we don't wear nothing for diamonds, baby. Real diamonds. Cost a pretty penny, but it's real diamonds, baby. I'll work for you. I can lose everything today. I know I get it back just because of you. I know you so much, Meezy. Yeah, that's right. New ice for my.
It was as if she believed she had to constantly shower him with gifts just to keep his attention, and her choice of words said it all. She would praise him endlessly, calling him God's gift, saying, "God sent me a king. I've never felt this kind of love before. He treats me like a queen. I married a man, not a little boy." But the kind of love she was pouring into this man, the devotion, the loyalty, the public adoration, was the kind of love meant for someone truly deserving. He was not deserving. She didn't yet realize he wasn't the man she thought he was. He was selfish, demanding, and deeply unappreciative. He was never going to change, and Dishaye had grown too tired to keep trying. She expressed it clearly in a Facebook post. "I'm mentally at a place where I can't afford to freely give anymore. If I love you, I need you to love me back. If I care about you, I need you to care about me too. If I sacrifice for you, I need sacrifices in return. If I protect you, I need to be protected as well. My mental capacity won't allow me to keep pouring from an empty cup. I can't afford to accept one-sided love and energy anymore. We all deserve to be poured into as we pour into others." By October 13th, her posts hinted at a shift. "Y'all gotta stop thinking all your blessings come from God. People will bless you too." On October 14th, "Sometimes you gotta blame yourself because you knew better. Accountability." October 18th, "Never be afraid to start over." And on October 19th, just 5 days before she was murdered, she wrote about her faithfulness and frustration with cheating accusations. "They know me. Done being around hanging with me. They know I'm faithful as hell when it comes to my marriage and my relationship. I don't cheat. I don't text other men. I don't flirt. I don't even lead men on to think they have a chance with me. I never have, never will have my husband out here looking like no fool, because when I'm with somebody, I am with that one man. Why would I risk my steak for some shrimps?" She knew the steak she spoke of wasn't steak at all. He was worse than shrimps. But as a narcissist, Michael thrived on her constant validation, expecting her to keep making him feel important and displaying it publicly. By then, after over 2 years of marriage, she knew the real Michael. He wasn't going to change. He dictated who she could see, where she could go, accused her of cheating while he cheated, and took everything she poured into him without giving back. She told him before that she wanted a divorce, but he always talked her out of it. This time, she was done. For herself, for her daughter, and for her mother. Michael didn't want to let her go. He was the main recipient of her generosity, and he knew that with her gone, all of that would disappear. To him, it was better for her to be dead than for someone else to benefit from her greatness. On October 24, 2023, after days of back-and-forth arguments, Michael told Dishaye to meet him at his father's housing complex to talk. Earlier that morning, he had been using PCP the way he typically coped with serious situations. Dishaye was hesitant, but agreed, still holding some love for him. She parked and got into his car. He begged her not to leave and made the same promises he'd made in the past. She told him she had to go. Her mental health, her daughter's well-being, and her own self-worth demanded it. Michael began driving away. When she asked where they were going, he didn't answer. Once they were on a deserted stretch of road, he pulled a gun, pointed it at her chest, and shot her. He then dumped her body on the side of the road, one sandal still on her foot, the other left in his car. Michael drove home, parked, and went for a walk. He later ran into Dishaye's relatives and pretended he hadn't seen her. He even joined them in looking for her. Meanwhile, her daughter Maya, who Dishaye had dropped at her grandmother's earlier that day, was calling her repeatedly from 4 p.m. onward, worried because her mother always answered. She contacted relatives, and soon the family began searching. In the early morning of October 25th, they found Dishaye's car abandoned near Michael's father's housing complex. Minutes later, they saw a post online about a woman's body found on the roadside near a cemetery, just 3 minutes away. When investigators reviewed surveillance footage from the complex, it showed Dishaye getting into Michael's car, the two sitting for a while, then driving off. She was later found dead from a gunshot wound to the chest. Police obtained a search warrant for Michael's home. Inside his car, they found blood on the passenger seat, a bullet shell casing, and one of the sandals Dishaye had been wearing. Several weapons were also recovered. Michael was arrested later that day at a barbershop. He admitted to being under the influence of PCP, later confirmed through testing. He was known to casually talk about his drug use, even with his father, treating it as normal.
This little bit of shit right here.
I had some Red Bull when you called. I'd have missed your mother call because I'd have been out of there.
But you got some PCP in this or something?
With his distorted perceptions and violent tendencies, Michael Smith was dangerous and deadly. He was incapable of giving the love Dishaye longed for and poured into him, something made painfully clear in his own social media posts. He can be seen rapping one of his songs.
He keeps silent and don't connect nobody, protect your body. Cause that 556 try to dissect your body, don't vex about it. In court and all, rest in silence, check your mileage. No more smiling, we wild and breed virus. We robbing murder like 3 pirates.
On March 15, 2022, Michael wrote on social media, "My Wonder Woman always comes through and saves the day. I appreciate you for paying attention to me carefully." Just a month later, on April 16, 2022, he posted, "Swan right here, Dishaye Stevenson, a stand-up loyal boss B. Every time I trip, I never fall 'cause she catch me." But that was the pattern. He kept tripping, and she kept catching him over and over again until the day it became too much. When Dishaye wanted out, Michael faced losing the one thing he valued most, the convenience of having everything taken care of for him while he did whatever he pleased. No accountability, no boundaries. He never had to earn her love or devotion, so it meant nothing to him. On June 25th, he posted again, "My superwoman saved the day. She didn't even need a cape." He was constantly in need of being saved and caught, and Dishaye was always there to do it. In that same post, he added something chilling. "My intake of anger may cause me to have an unwanted outburst, and trust me, I don't know what I said afterwards. Frankly, I gives no Fs." He was openly admitting that his rage could spiral to the point where he didn't care what damage he caused. Then on December 31st, he made another revealing statement. "Soft voice mixed with humbleness can be mistaken as vulnerability, but don't allow the light voice to fool you. I'm a lion in disguise. You may be mistaken as a meal." Wow. He was telling on himself the whole time, showing exactly who he was and what he was capable of. By May 2023, in another rap video, he dropped this line, "I don't deserve the hate, so I mean increasing the murder rate. Looking back, the warnings were all there."
You leaving Earth today, refresh the pay. I'ma short you in the searches bait. It hurt to say the industry only search for fakes. It hurt my fake, this you can turn it to hurt my case. Fresh 48, sucker the greedy like the curse of hate. And I don't deserve the hate, so I'm increasing the murder rate.
Michael carried a gangster vibe with a thug attitude, and it's no surprise he spent 5 years in prison, and now seems to be on his way back. Our early life experiences shape who we are, especially during the formative years, and based on his posts and other things I've seen, Michael did not appear to have had a stable or safe environment growing up. He often spoke about taking care of himself since the age of 11 and about his father in ways that suggested deep instability. But no matter the hardships someone has faced, there is no excuse for taking another person's life, unless it is in true self-defense. And Dishaye never posed any threat to Michael's life. All she wanted was real, genuine love from the man she married, the man she was giving all of her love to. She was clearly being abused. Aside from the emotional and financial abuse, no one knows for certain whether she was being physically or verbally abused, but the patterns are familiar. Abusers often know how to inflict physical harm in ways that leave no obvious marks, avoiding the face, neck, lower arms, or feet, so the injuries remain hidden. Maintaining an admired outward image is crucial to them. To outsiders, they appear charming and caring, but behind closed doors, the reality changes. Friends and family may only see the gentle side, while the victim bears the brunt of the private cruelty. Like many women who suffer abuse, Dishaye endured it in silence. According to her sister, After Stevenson, she was highly secretive and only shared what she wanted others to know. That secrecy preserved the positive image people had of Michael and allowed the abuse to remain hidden.
But who don't, but we won't know like how deep it was or what all she was going through because she was very secretive. She just gonna tell you what she wants you to know, because, a lot of people go back and talk and, stuff like that. So she wasn't giving her all or telling everything. Like my niece probably know more than anybody because they was best friends, it was just always them. So she would talk to my niece and they'll be talking all times of the night about how he treating them and, but it never got back to us. We just got what she wanted to tell us.
She would only reveal small fragments of her reality, hints about feeling underappreciated by her husband or thoughts of possibly divorcing him. But she stopped short of disclosing the full extent of the abuse she endured at his hands and in his words. In the end, 39-year-old Michael Smith murdered 34-year-old Dishaye Stevenson simply because he was losing control over her. We can only hope he is convicted and faces the full weight of justice for his actions. The heartbreak left behind is immeasurable. A family shattered, a daughter grappling with confusion and pain, a mother drowning in an unquenchable grief, and sisters carrying an emptiness that will never truly fade.
Wow. You could have picked her up. You could have did anything else. So why did you take her from my niece? I gotta understand. I would respect him more if he tell me why. She did everything. My sister did everything for him. It was nothing he couldn't ask her for. She did everything. She did everything in her power to show him that she loved him no matter what. Like, I just don't understand. I just want to know why. Why would you take my sister from us? Like, why? She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve to be thrown out the car, whatever you did. Like, she didn't deserve none of that. You could have took her legs, her fingers, anything. Like, why would you take my sister's life? You say you love my niece, bro. You can't love her. You took the only thing that she had. The only thing. Yeah, she got us, but it's nothing like her mama. I just really want to ask him why. I always wanted that happy life. She was saying divorce, but he always come back and make her feel better. So it was just, she just loved him. That's it. Like, she always wanted it to work.
Is taking it the hardest, in deep distress, because he was the one who gave her away at her wedding. Watching that video over and over is unbearable for him. This was the one, his big sister, his baby, the one who acted like his mother, his wife, his best friend, his partner, and all of the above. He's crushed. Never in a million years did he think he'd lose her to a coward. Michael didn't want to see her win. He dragged her down to her lowest point. She did everything right as a wife. She was the perfect one, just not for him. He remembers their long conversations, sometimes lasting days, about this man. She was ride or die for her husband, but she did not deserve this. And yet, Michael could look him in the eye, knowing he had already taken his sister's life. That night and morning replay in his head, over and over, and to make it even harder, less than 12 hours after her death, his baby was born. Now his child's birthday is the same day as his sister's passing. A day that should bring joy will forever carry pain. Dishaye had been living her best life, building the kind of future for herself and her daughter that her own mother couldn't provide. Everything she touched seemed to turn to gold, except her husband. He was secretly jealous of her success, even while benefiting from it. She took him places, gave him experiences, and showered him with a life he would not have otherwise known. And still, he took her life. Michael's actions destroyed far more than one life. They shattered a family. He took Dishaye from her mother, her siblings, her friends, and most painfully, from her daughter. Maya had her mom for 17 years. Now she has to navigate life without her because of a man who spent less than 3 years with her mother. Women need to understand this. Men are designed to be providers and leaders, not to be carried or catered for unless incapacitated. Some men will tell you exactly what you want to hear, give you the best intimacy, and stay for the benefits. But they will not love or respect you. And if you are highly successful and driven like Dishaye, some will become jealous. That jealousy can take many forms, accusing you of cheating, controlling who you see, telling you you're spending too much time with family. All tactics meant to lower your spirit and strip your resources. Looking at all the clips of them together, the body language is clear. He wasn't truly into her. She kept hoping he would one day love her the way she loved him, but it doesn't work that way. Let this be a lesson to any woman going through a similar situation. Leave smart. Never tell a narcissist you are leaving while alone with him. Do not agree to meet him to talk things over. They can be extremely convincing. If he is already abusive or dependent on you, let him find out you are leaving when he is served with divorce papers. Once you've decided it's over, move differently. Get a restraining order if you can, and if he violates it, be ready to act. In the days before she was murdered, Dishaye told her sister she felt like she was going to die. Sadly, she was right. Video of the sister talking about she was going to die. What Dishaye never told her sister was that deep down, she feared her own husband Michael might be the one to kill her. That day she agreed to meet with him, even though every instinct in her was screaming no. They were not in a good place. Far from it. And to the women listening, if you're not in a relationship yet but are looking for one, get yourself together first. Seek counseling, work on your mental and emotional health, take care of your body, set and accomplish your own goals. Why? Because when you stand strong, you attract men who value and respect themselves, and you. Low-caliber men, weighed down by their own mental and emotional trauma, will steer clear because they know they can't measure up. Too many women fall into the trap of dating men who are less driven, less successful, and less stable than they are, and then trying to play the role of both partner and parent. You give them money, you provide for them, you carry the relationship on your back. But fragile egos don't grow stronger this way. These men become dependent on you, needing you for their very existence. And when you've finally had enough, when you decide to walk away, they refuse to let you go. Like many women before her, Dishaye did what she thought was right. She gave what she longed to receive: care, love, and support. But she never stopped to ask the hard question, is this man truly worthy of what I'm giving him? Instead, she spent her days catering to a man who didn't deserve even a single one of them. Michael took from her and then took some more, and in the end, he took her life. May this precious soul rest in peace. May her family find the strength to navigate the unimaginable pain they're living with right now. And I'll leave you with this question. If your husband or wife asked to meet with you while you were in a bad place in your relationship, would you go? Share your thoughts in the comments, and please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, trust no one. Thank you for watching. See you on our next true crime story.